Having been in the drapery industry for 18 years, we now know what to keep in mind and what needs to be done to minimize errors. Today, I would like to share with you some of these things so you can implement them in your business. Now, let's talk about drapery. So when you're measuring, we always recommend using a steel tape, something stiff, not tailor's tape. That's good for measuring a bedspread because it's soft, but this has to be able to extend. And I use the Fat Max, which is even thicker than this. It's 1.5 inch steel tape, can extend to 12 feet. So when you're approaching the window now and you're looking at this window, you have to look for objects and obstacles that are in the way. So on this picture, you can see on the right and the left, we have steam, and those both stick out. Here we also have a light switch. You need to ask the customer, what's the light switch for? Is it okay if we cover it? And then here, she also has her ceiling coming down. And you could see where I marked it that it's 14 and 14/4 inches on each side. And there's a door that's off center to the whole wall. How do you treat it? Is it important to be able to get out that door, or is it only decorative? And this door was only decorative. So she wanted her treatment to be balanced and not off center to the door. So other things to look for are air conditioning vents. So if you have an air conditioning vent in the wall, is it high? Is it low? Is it going to be where the drapery is mounted? Because then when the air conditioner goes on, you get the Marilyn Monroe effect, which is not a good thing unless you're Marilyn Monroe. You have to look for outlets. Because outlets, especially in a bedroom, today we have so many things plugged into outlets. And so you don't want the drapery to not be able to lay properly because of the outlets. And doors, do they open in? Do they open out? Do they slide to the left, to the right? Are they center opening? So those are all things you need to do. So here, this is a conference room that we had. And we put up these sheer weave shades for them, the solar shades, which they love. But they wanted to soften the room a little bit. So we're going to put ripple fold drapery. So now I looked at the room and I told them, I said, you know, I can't, the pipe's in the way on both sides. I can't go behind it, and going in front of it is going to bring the treatment too far out that you don't want it there. I said, how about we box in the pipes? Just box them in on both sides. So I took my measurement, anticipating them boxing it in, and it looked fabulous because now it was clean and it really made a very good look. Here's the other window in that showroom. This is a conference room. And you look at this and you see for sure you can't do a split stack again because if they need the light in the conference room. If you do a split stack, you're going to be blocking the window. So everything had to be shifted all the way to one side. So I talked about the rules of 4 before. So I learned about the rules of 4. The rules of 4 is you want to go 4 inches above the window casing and 4 inches on each side. It's a rule of thumb. That doesn't mean it's written in stone. So why do you want to do that? Well, on pinch pleat drapery, the buckram is 4 inches. So you want to be able to clear the pleat on the top of the window. And you want to go 4 inches on each side because you want to be able to have a return to the wall. If you're using decorative hardware, you need to fit a bracket, you need to fit a ring, which takes about 2 inches, and then you want to overlap a little bit. So that's the rules of 4 is a good way to start. And then you see if there's a reason to go wider or taller. And there are reasons. Reasons to go taller are when you go to the ceiling, you're making the room look more grand and bigger. And wider because the customer might tell you, you know, I want full light from that window. I have a beautiful view. I have the ocean, I have a river, I have a beautiful backyard. I want to clear the window completely. So we're going to talk about how you make those calculations of how to figure stack back, because that's very important.